Today I'm going to show you how to paint one of these beautiful flowers using gouache. We are in full swing of our 100-day art challenge. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Tara. If you're not new, welcome back. Are you in on this challenge? I have learned so much about myself, about the way I like to paint. You're going to get so much brush mileage in if you join in on this challenge. The goal isn't to finish something every day. It's simply to work on something that you consider to be a way you're tapping into your creative side. Be that painting, coloring, knitting, cooking, whatever floats your boat. I am so excited to show you how easily we are going to be able to paint this beautiful flower. We are also going to talk all about week 6's prompts. So settle in, grab a cozy beverage or a dry red, and let's get right into it. I'm going to use my wet gouache palette. I don't think I've shared this with you before. Are you interested in a video where we dive into that? Let me know in the comments. Also, don't forget to snag your coloring page of this flower so we can hang out together, paint, color together. So for week 6, the theme is connection. I really love this because this is one of the best advantages of this community that we have created. My friends, you inspire me so much every day that we're hanging out on Instagram. You're sharing your paintings or coloring pages. It just warms my heart. So for this week, the 7 prompts are home, friendship, gathering, belonging, hands. This is going to be very interesting. I think I'm really excited about that prompt. Heart and community. I have so many ideas for this. The other thing is we don't have to be quite so literal. I'm definitely very literal. Can I get a thumbs up for all of my literal friends out there? I am trying to push myself. I don't know if that's the right word. Open myself up, become a little bit more abstract. I'm getting kind of outside of my comfort zone, which is a good thing. I've learned so much now in this more than a month of painting every single day. I haven't finished something every day because, friends, I'm working on double page spreads and your girl has 2 jobs and lots of other things that I'm doing. But I love this challenge so much because it's something I'm looking forward to every single day, even if I'm just kind of pushing past my limiting beliefs. So this type of flower in particular is just, it's a beautiful flower, but it's so intricate. There's so many details in there. So I was working through in my mind how I wanted to display this. And I love this heat gun. Heat gun, is that what it's called? I think so. So much because I use it. It's just permanently set up over here on my surface. Did you just catch that glaze that I did? I'm trying some new things with gouache. Remember, gouache and watercolor are not the same thing. So many times I hear a lot of my YouTube friends, or there may not be my friends, but other creators saying it's just opaque watercolor. That is simply not true. I am planning, depending on when you watch this video, on the ins and outs of gouache, how it's similar and different from watercolor. They're both water-based mediums, but they are not the same. So I have been experimenting with glazing. Glazing is not going to work the same with gouache, friends, because it will never cure. It's always going to have, it's going to be able to be reactivated. The type of brush you use is very important. You don't want to use a stiff brush or you're definitely going to disturb the layers. Also remember, there is a significant color shift. Definitely a huge color shift with gouache, more significant than I've seen in any other medium. I could be wrong about this. This is my opinion. And of course, I can say what I like on my channel, but this is the experience that I've had. Light colors dry darker and dark colors dry lighter. So you cannot assess what you got until it is dry, which is why I dry I've been drying my work so many times. So what I'm doing here is Layering. Well, you know I love to layer. This is how I know to achieve depth. You don't have to go to these lengths. The other thing is you could just do like one layer and come over the top with colored pencils. That's something I've really been enjoying lately. But this illustration has a lot of things going on. I have 2 flowers, all of these mushrooms, several different types of mushrooms, and this really adorable frog. I normally don't paint like this. This was totally outside of my comfort zone to completely finish an illustration on the page, the double page spread, before like working on anything else. I don't work like this. I would want to do both flowers at the same time, kind of maybe the background first. So I was trying something new. I did this both for the video, but also just to see what do I think of doing it this way. And I will say, you're going to have to stay tuned to see how I color the rest of this page. But I decided to do the second flower in a different way and see, can I still achieve a similar vibe, but in a different way? Another thing I love about this challenge is that we can just experiment. I had no idea I would fall in love with gouache the way that I have, and I am in love. That being said, you're not going to believe this, friends. Guess what else I have recently been having a love affair with? Don't tell Tom. Watercolor. Did you see my Instagram post with this tree? And I'm going to share it here because I want you to see the difference. Now, this is plein air painting. Plein air painting is a different beast. I love it, but you're going to get a different vibe because you got to be fast. Watercolor it lends itself beautifully to plein air painting. I've never really experimented with watercolor in this fashion, like to this degree where it's blown me away. So right now I am in a no buy just for a few more days because my Dick Blick cart was at like $400. It is $1,300, friends. Am I going to pull the trigger on this? Then my Amazon cart is $400. There's no way I'm going to be able to buy all of this. And what is in my cart, friends? Paint. So many different colors, and I have a lot of surprises coming up. I actually already filmed this video, so it's coming out in the next few days. A head-to-head battle between 2 top-rated gouache brands. Wait, I thought you were talking about watercolor. I am, because I am in love with both of these mediums that I love to use them together. I love to experiment together. But now that I've jumped in the deep end with doing this head-to-head battle with 2 brands of gouache, I am planning the same thing with watercolor. Do you like these style of videos? If I'm going to be honest, friends, some of my videos are just tanking. You guys aren't watching them. Are you not interested in how I set up palettes, the watercolor palette, or watching me paint something? Are you only interested in me coloring something? I mean, this is coloring. I'm coloring in this illustration. Once again, snag the picture of this flower and you can print it as many times as you want. It's free, friends. The picture is free. This double page spread is going to be either this exact rendition or something similar in my soon to be released coloring book. Did you know your girl is already an author? I've got 5, 6, 7, I don't know how many books now at Amazon, and you can follow me over there on Amazon so you are notified right away when this book comes out. I am so excited to bring my illustrations to you so that you can hold it in your hands and we can be besties for life if we're not already. I'm sure we already are. I have really found my way with working on this book and really found my way with painting every single day in some fashion. Maybe I'm just coloring something. I'm also working on lots of coloring book pages. Right now, I have went to town in Inklings. I think it's because I saw my beautiful friend Jess coloring Bumblebee doing this like Inklings spinner wheel, and you really inspired me. So I've just at night drinking wine. I'm just going to town. I'm going to town, starting pages left and right. Your girl loves to start things. I've also been coloring my illustrations in bed using different pencils. I am just so inspired I just want to create. That's all I want to do. Can we all quit our jobs, friends, and just do art?
I'm kind of kidding, not kidding. I do love my jobs. I love what I do. I love being a nurse practitioner, but I look forward to art every single day. I talk about it with my patients. We talk about coloring. So many of my patients started coloring and they noticed a huge reduction in their anxiety from doing so. I love to tap. If you're still here, hopefully you're still here. If not, then you're not hearing this anyway. I love to kind of go from tapping to glazing to stroking, like a harder stroke. And I also have a habit, and I edited out a lot of this so I wouldn't bore you to death. I do have full length tutorials available for my members, and you can find out more information from that by clicking the link in the description box to see if it would be your thing. I would love to have you over there. If you are a Studio Master member, did you come over to Instagram yet and join our group? We love hanging out over there. Send me a message at Tara Tripoli Art so we could get you in there. I have noticed about 50 to 60% of my members are not currently in the Instagram group, so I'm not sure what is going on with that, but you are welcome unless you don't want to, and then you don't have to do anything that you don't want to do. So one of the things I keep doing throughout this video, first I'm switching brushes. This is a very tiny brush. When you use a detail brush like this, you're going to have to constantly reload your paint because there's not enough bristles there to hold a lot of paint. But when I'm doing such fine details, I do like a tiny brush. I switch a lot from having my paint on the brush and then having a damp brush and a cloth in my hand or a paper towel and blending. So I go from putting the color down, then I go in with a damp brush and I soften it, then I come back over the top. And it's very important to have a mixture of both soft and hard lines. I think I'm kind of straddling the realm between illustration, like an illustrative look, and a realistic look. And my experience in the past has always been full on realistic. I'm really enjoying the straddling, friends. I'm enjoying doing kind of a mix of both. It's maybe more whimsical. I mean, what do you think? If you've seen my other work, if you've been to my website, taratripoli.com, I'd love to have you over there, seeing what's going on over there. I've got so many plans in the works, but I do have to sleep sometimes. So here you see, this is my damp brush and my paper towels in my hand. So I'm softening some lines and now I'm glazing again. And it was scary to do this. I don't have a lot of experience with glazing with gouache. If anything, I usually just layer much more opaquely. But this is a tactic with traditional watercolor. It's not going to work the same with gouache. Once again, stay tuned for that video coming out soon. But you can achieve a similar effect. It is different. I need to stress this because if you're going to attempt doing this glazing, it is going to change what your work looks like. It's not transparent. You're not going to have the color shining through in the same way, but it is a really great strategy to build depth. So you create the fine details, then you glaze it backwards. I kind of think of it like you're putting a haze over it, almost like a kind of see-through veil, like you're looking through cockeyed glasses or something. So you can kind of still see what you've done, but then you glaze over it, then you add more layers, then you glaze over it, then you add more layers. And in the end, you do get like a picture with such depth. Here you see I'm really working through the three-dimensionality. Which piece of the petal is in front? You can change this. You can take the illustration and decide to change it up if you like. I do love drawing flowers. It's one of my favorite things to do. I love to have them bend in different directions. And here I particularly have this flower bending towards the frog, like all roads are leading. Well, not all roads, because the title of this is Bloom for this prompt. So I wanted the flowers to really be front and center. But I have a thing for frogs too. We have a lot of frogs by my house and I love taking pictures of them. I love hearing them. Here I'm putting more of this like colors. And look, I'm wiping the brush with my hands. I didn't even have a paper towel there. And that's with a damp brush once again, and then going in and picking up the pigment, putting some of that down, then wiping my brush off with a dry brush, either dry or just slightly damp, softening just a little bit. It's so much fun to put these little details in. I think details, probably my favorite. I love to start paintings, and I love doing the details of the painting. And I do love the middle. We gotta be in the game for the entire process so that we can enjoy ourselves for the entire process. It's important when we're putting the red colors, and you see how I'm kind of shaping it in the direction of the petals. I'm not going straight across. That's going to kind of really flatten the image. So everything bendy and twisted and bendy. We'll go with that. Once again, coming in with my slightly damp brush, softening some edges, then making a harder highlight and going from tapping to like line work, adding in a little shadows here and there. And I reserve the right to tweak this once the rest of the page is done. I might add a few more highlights and shadows at that point. What do you think? Do you love it? I am in love with how this turned out. When you color this, be sure to tag me over at Tara Tripoli Arts on Instagram and put it on my community tab. I hope you enjoyed today's video and you learned something. Don't forget to snag your line drawing of this flower. The link is below for you to follow that so you can print it out and paint it with whatever medium you want. If you want to use gouache like me, colored pencils, whatever floats your boat. If you made it to this point in the video, will you put a flower emoji so I know you are still here? I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, friends.